Willkommen zurück bei Zero Time Dilemma, Folge 22 jetzt, und ich habe ungefähr 10 Minuten hier noch rumgesucht und rumprobiert und siehe da, ich glaube die Lösung gefunden zu haben. Oh, falsche Taste. Ich habe mir auch noch 20 Millionen Mal nämlich die Capsules angeguckt und vielleicht habt ihr es ja auch schon entdeckt. Ich habe es irgendwie, blind wie ich war, nicht gesehen, aber die stellen so Zahlen dar, ne? Also grün ist eine 1, pink ist eine 2, blau ist eine 3 und orange ist eine 5, wenn man sich das so anguckt. Also werde ich jetzt mal die Dinger in der Reihenfolge dahin packen. Mir muss ich nur noch die Farben mir angucken. Vogel ist grün, also ganz links. Daneben der Fisch, daneben der Mensch. Vogel, Fisch, Mensch. Heißt jetzt richtig? Vogel, Fisch, Mensch. So ist es. Naja, also ich weiß nicht, ich fand das irgendwie nicht so eindeutig. Ich hätte mir das mit der Nahrungskette irgendwie interessanter gefunden, obwohl ich nicht weiß, ob es überhaupt hinkommt. Egal, mal sehen, was sich jetzt hier tut. Irgendeine Maschine ist rausgekommen. Ein Fingerabdrucks-Authentifizierungsgerät. Müssen wir jetzt unsere Identität bestätigen? Lass es uns einfach ausprobieren. Oh, das hat wehgetan. Ich dachte, es wollte nur einen Fingerabdruck. Ist das eine Falle? Mist, ich blute, das tat weh. Was ist das für ein Ton? Vielleicht haben wir die was ist das deutsche Wort davon? Authentifizierung? Klingt falsch. Schau mal da ist ein grünes Licht angegangen. Authentizität, Authentifizierung, Authentifizierung, so glaube ich. Na, so. Hat sich was verändert? Oh. Ist auf einmal darüber gerollt. Aha, können wir das jetzt zusammenschieben wahrscheinlich. Beziehungsweise das. Aha. Jetzt ist das grün geworden. Jetzt können wir es zusammenschieben. Hooray! Jetzt ist es rot. Und fängt an zu kochen und damit ist das Schwein am Boden. Haben wir noch was zum Aufschneiden? Nee. Beweg es, du schaffst es, Eric. Schwein in Formaldehyd. Ganz niedlich aus eigentlich. So können wir es nicht schneiden, sagt er. Vielleicht war das Glas so angelegt, dass es leichter von innen bricht. Können wir es hier raufpacken, das Schwein? Na. Können wir es hier reinpacken? Nein. Okay, wo schneiden wir denn unser Schwein jetzt auf? Ach so, hier? Ne. Ein bisschen Schwein muss sein. Okay, hier schneiden wir es auch nicht auf. Ach, können wir das hier irgendwie reinpacken? Auch nicht. What to do with our pig? Frag mich, was das Gerät da jetzt irgendwie eine Blutprobe genommen hat von Eric und warum. können wir jetzt mit dem Schwein machen? Können wir das irgendwie kombinieren? Kombiniere das Schwein. Ach so, hier vielleicht. Let's leg's hin. Ach so, ich hab's nicht ausgewählt. Zack. Das Schwein liegt. Wie schneiden wir es jetzt auf? Okay, lass uns noch etwas suchen. Ist das Messer ersetzt? Wie wäre es mit diesem Stück Glas? Können wir irgendwie nicht auswählen? Ach so, was ist denn mit diesem Tray da? Ist doch auch scharf, oder? Die Maschine hat ein Schubfach. Aha. Und ein Skalpell. Wir können es wahrscheinlich benutzen. Scalpel. Okay, dann nehmen wir mal den Skalpell und dann geht's ab. Wo soll ich denn ausschneiden? Und zack, Mira hat's geschafft, die alte Psychopathin. What's in the pig? Wir haben das Schwein gefunden.
An unfortunate creature.
Zero.
17 years ago, a woman died. Her chest carved open with a sharp object. Just like that pig man. What difference? That woman was alive. Her heart was still beating as the organ was crudely carved out of her. A male suspect was quickly caught. He must have planned to escape via taxi, as he called one before his capture. The police arrested him before he was able to utilize the waiting vehicle to flee the scene. Instead, the genius surgeon climbed inside. He was heading to the hospital, a seriously ill patient awaiting his arrival for life-saving treatment. However, the taxi got into an accident before reaching its destination. It collided with a large truck. The resulting wreck was horrendous. Sadly, as a result of this accident, the driver and surgeon died, as well as the young boy waiting for surgery. Life is truly unfair, don't you think?
What is the point of him telling us this story?
It's just some kind of act, right? Probably doesn't mean anything. I'm not sure.
Now then, let's begin our game, shall we? The rules are as follows. The pig's stomach you cut open contained 3 syringes. Each of them is filled with a specific virus called Radical 6.
Radical 6?
This virus is special. It awakens a desire to kill oneself, among other things. Once infected, symptoms appear as early as 10 minutes, or take up to 2 hours. And the host soon finds the urge to commit suicide irresistible. The mortality rate is 75%. Transmitted through liquids, it's highly contagious. Oh yes, I believe you located a set of documents during your search of this room. A set of files on FBR, the Fanatic Bio-R virus. The mortality rate of this virus is 100%. Infection results in blood erupting from your body, then death. An antagonistic relationship exists between Radical 6 and FBR. If you were to be infected by Radical 6, it would be cancelled out with the addition of FBR, and you are unaffected. Conversely, injecting Radical 6 into you after becoming infected with FBR will cause them to destroy each other and leave no adverse effects on you.
So, a single virus is toxic, but using the other as a vaccination provides an antidote.
Now, here's an important piece of information for clairvoyant, one who knows the future.
What is he talking about?
If I had foreseen that you would all choose to inject Radical 6 at this moment, I would have made sure to coat FBR on the fingerprint authentication device for you. Meaning, you'd already be infected with the Fanatic BioR virus.
That device over there?
Oh, I do remember feeling something when I touched it. Like a prick.
So we were all stabbed by a poison needle?
On the other hand, if I saw that you were not going to inject yourselves with Radical 6, then I would be sure to leave the needle clean. That way, you would not become infected with Fanatic BioR.
Wait, what? What are you saying?
I'll say it once more. If all of you plan to inject yourselves with Radical 6, you already have FBR. If you are not going to inject yourselves, then you are not infected right now. Which means, in either case, you being saved is a foregone conclusion. There's no reason for you to worry about the situation. What will you do now? Inject yourselves with Radical 6, or refrain? It would be best to consider carefully. I will say that your decision is already known to me.
So wait, do we even need to choose?
Huh?
If what Zero told us is the truth, then the outcome will be the same. If we inject ourselves with this Radical 6, we're already infected with FBR. So they destroy each other and we're fine. And if we don't do it, that just means we weren't infected with FBR in the first place.
But what if it's a lie?
Huh?
He's saying, what if he's lying about being psychic? Well, if you think about it, the likelihood that he's lying is incredibly high.
So then, what do we do? What the hell do we do?
Ist ja irgendwie eine ganz witzige Entscheidung, wo es anscheinend echt keine Rolle spielt, was man nun macht. Ich wollte noch mal sagen, also dieser Radical 6 Virus, das ist also auch der Hauptvirus in Anführungsstrichen in Virtue's Last Reward, an dem dort mehrere Leute zugrunde gehen zwischendurch, es sei denn, man schafft es dann zu verhindern. Ich weiß gar nicht mehr, was dort das Gegenmittel war. War das auch dieser andere Virus? Glaube nicht. Ich glaube, von dem habe ich eigentlich noch nichts gehört. Naja, und natürlich, dass der Zero immer öfter jetzt die Geschichte auf den Tisch bringt mit der Frau, die ermordet wurde vor 17 Jahren. Und offensichtlich ist ja da Mira die Täterin gewesen, noch als relativ junges Kind. Müsste auch gerade so noch hinkommen vom Alter, wenn wir sie so auf Ende 20 hier setzen, die Mira, dann war sie da so 10 oder so. Ja, insofern, da es keine Rolle spielt, werde ich mich mal jetzt erstmal nicht injizieren mit Radical 6.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah, right?
Care to share your reason?
After everything, the issue isn't if Zero can see the future or if he's lying. It's just like Eric said, if Zero does have that power, then it's the same either way. That means all we need to do is think about what happens if he doesn't have powers. The important thing to determine is if we're actually infected with FBR.
So you don't think we are then?
No. In fact, a virus called Fanatic BioR existing in the first place is very suspicious.
Radical 6 sounds just as fantastical.
No. There's no doubt that Radical 6 is real. I've heard of it before. Well, it could be that Zero wants us to become infected with Radical 6. But instead of doing it himself, for some reason he's unable to.
So he needs us to do it ourselves then.
Hey, what the?
The door!
It opened!
Let's get out of here! If we're too slow, then the door might up and close on us.
Wait, Eric!
Hey, Mira! What are you doing? We must have been right not to inject it. I still feel okay, and more importantly, the door opened for us.
There's still another possibility, you know. That Zero really does have the ability to see the future.
If it's true, then we would have been right if we had injected the needles too.
Hey, did you tell the truth earlier?
About what?
About Radical 6 being real.
Oh, yeah.
How do you know about it?
Well, I'm not sure.
Did you get any more suspicious?
I know what I know, okay? I can't help that.
So why not share? Tell us more about this Radical 6 virus.
More. I'm not even sure where to start.
How about its name?
Oh, that's easy. Aside from triggering intense suicidal impulses, Radical 6 causes the infected's thought process to reduce by 1√6. Therefore, when 1 second passes for them, the world has gone through √6 seconds, or roughly 2.45 seconds. There is also the word radical. Aside from meaning things like extreme, it can also refer to a radical root. Get it?
Oh, so that's why it's Radical 6.
But is it really possible for thought speed to be slowed down like that?
Yep. The infected, through changes in DNA methylation and histone modification, gain epigenetic mutations in the control mechanisms of their genetic expressions.
Wait! Could you maybe simplify that, please?
Oh, the body's composition changes as a genetic switch is flipped, more or less.
A genetic...
Switch?
Let's try this. A common scientific thought until now was that parental characteristics didn't transfer. Recent research has changed that. We now know that they can be, by flipping certain genetic switches. Well, regardless of what kind of experiences the parents had to go through, their DNA blueprints won't change. But within that expansive DNA coding, the question of what should be read seems to change based on experience. The change becomes especially apparent when the parents' lives are in danger.
Like maybe if someone was trapped in a shelter and forced to risk their life.
So, if Eric and I did the horizontal tango right now, the baby might end up psychic.
What?
Anyway, so if Radical 6 really does flip the genetic switch... Hey, are you listening?
Yeah. So, you're basically saying this Radical 6 virus is super dangerous, right?
Yes, there's no doubt it is. So, Zero said earlier that Radical 6 transmits through bodily fluids and is highly infectious. If someone infected with the virus was to go outside, then mankind, 6 billion people, will die.
6 billion?
Now announcing the current casualties. C-Team, Carlos, Akane, Junpei. These 3 are now deceased. As a result, 3 X-passes will be revealed. Fire, crash, 5. That is all.
What the hell? C-Team is dead?
It's obviously because of the vote.
The vote?
at 13:30.
Then... But wait, did everyone from C-Team really die? We haven't seen their corpses or anything. They might still be alive.
No, they're dead. I'm sure of it.
Why?
Because...
He's right. I don't think they're alive.
You too, Mira? What do you think, old man? C-Team's gotta be alive, right?
What are you doing, Eric? He's not gonna answer you.
Hey, you don't know. Maybe he...
Can speak?
Now it is time for you to sleep.
0.
When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
Okay, also Eric entwickelt sich immer mehr zum Schwachkopf und Angsthasen. Sehr öde. So, dann schaue ich mal hier in den Decision Tree. Wir waren... Die Entscheidung war's. Inject Radical 6, genau. Gut, dann will ich mal diesmal mich für das Injizieren entscheiden. Mal sehen, was dabei rumkommt. Da kann zumindest Mira nicht den Virus mitnehmen, wenn wir uns alle injizieren. Your choice is made.
Let's do it.
Why?
Care to share your reason?
After everything, the issue isn't if Zero can see the future or if he's lying. It's just like Eric said. If Zero does have that power, then it's the same either way. That means all we need to do is think about what happens if he doesn't. Our fate can go 4 different ways if that's the situation. If we are infected with FBR and we inject ourselves with Radical 6, or not. If we aren't infected with FBR and we inject ourselves with Radical 6, or not. The important thing we need to remember, though, is the mortality rates. Zero said the casualty rate is 75% for the Radical 6 virus. And we saw in the files that death is 100% confirmed for Fnatic Bio-R. So we can use that to determine. It's clear which option is best, right?
I see. The probability that we're infected with FBR is 2 to 1, which means if we inject Radical 6, our survival rate is half of 125, 62.5%.
And if we don't inject it, then our chance is sitting at 50%.
Any objections? Then we know what to do. Okay, here we go. Ready? And...
So are we good? Did we do the right thing?
The lab door opened afterwards, so we must have.
Do you feel any different?
No, not really.
So, I guess?
Hey, Eric. I've thought this before, but, well, your laugh is kind of strange.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess this is, well, sort of a bad habit I've had since I was a kid.
What do you mean?
Issues at home, I guess.
Was your family difficult?
That's just it. We were completely normal. A kind mom, a clumsy dad, and an annoying little brother.
Oh, dear. What's wrong?
I'm not sure. They've just been crying.
Hey, you two. Mind telling Mommy why you're crying?
Chris broke my toy!
No! It was your fault, Eric!
Chris, Eric, listen to me, okay? When painful or sad things happen, people get angry or cry because of them. But even at those times, I want you to never forget to smile.
Smile?
Yes, smile. No matter how painful things get, as long as you can face it with a smile, happiness will come to you. Smiles have a strange power.
Really?
Yes, really. And that's not all. A smile can make everyone all around you happy too.
You too, Mommy? You'll be happy too?
Of course. So why don't you two stop fighting and show Mommy your smiles?
Okay.
Yeah!
You sure are something else. Hey, what about me? Can Daddy get some smiles too?
Oh dear, it looks like Daddy's lonely, you two. Let's all give him a whole lot of smiles.
Okay.
Get over here for a hug. Oh, you've gotten big.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, okay. Come at me. I'm ready.
Yay! Mom always told us to never forget to smile. She'd never hurt a bug. Not even if a line of ants crossed her path. She was that kind and gentle. She was incredible. And when we lost her, that's when Dad changed.
Shut the hell up! Who said you could fucking cry?
Chris!
Oh, Jesus, Eric! Can't you even look after your shitty little brother?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Please forgive me.
God. Fucking kids. Hey, go find someone to get me beer.
Don't cry. Don't get mad. You better always smile, was what Dad liked to say. But unlike Mom, he was never not angry with us. Eventually, I figured out how to smile, regardless of what was going on. Just smiling day in and day out. No fun. Not happy. I'd be made fun of, or yelled at. And no matter the pain, no matter how bad it was, I never raised my voice. I just kept smiling. I didn't stop, even after Dad fell ill and died. So I guess the two smiles, one taught by my mom and one forced by my dad, got kinda mixed up, and the result is what I pasted on my face.
Eric, she's...
I've never talked to anyone about all of this before, but... Mira, will you still love me? Even with me being like this?
How dumb can you get?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even have to ask, did I?
Eric, thanks for sharing that.
It wasn't like I did it for you or anything. It just sort of came out, that's all.
Yeah, still, thanks.
To tell the truth, I just didn't want to end up like my father. So I forced my mouth to keep smiling through everything. But it's no use. The worst part of me still came to the front after we got trapped here. pushed all of that on you, too.
Don't worry about it. I'm alright.
Okay.
So, you never mentioned you had a younger brother.
Yeah. About your age, more or less.
What? We're the same age? Oh, maybe we could be friends. Would it be okay if I met him after we get out?
Well... anyway, sorry I turned the mood dark.
You turn the mood. Oh, your jokes always crack me up, Eric.
Huh?
I mean, to think that was dark. You really have a sense for these things. Don't worry, listening to it was a lot of fun.
Wait a minute. What makes you think that was all a joke?
Uh-huh.
It was such a sad story. He just told us he's been holding in this painful past the whole time. How is that a joke?
Oh, I just didn't think to make a mistake like that.
A mistake?
I'm so sorry. I've always been clumsy. It's at times like these that I don't even know how to look, you know?
Clumsy?
Hey, Eric. Can you tell me?
Mira?
What? No. Mira? Why did you... What's wrong with you, Mira? Stop! Stop this! No!
Und schon wieder kein Blut bei Q. Schon zum zweiten Mal. Eine sehr interessante Sache, finde ich. Da ist bestimmt noch ein Hund vergraben. Ich frage mich nur, warum sind diese Timelines hier so verknüpft? Als ob das nacheinander kommt. Das raff ich nur nicht. Gun vs. Incinerator. Hier fehlt uns auch noch ein Outcome. Na gut. Also, Mira hat mal wieder ihre coole Psycho-Seite gezeigt. Und in der nächsten Episode gucken wir dann die Dinge uns an, die wir uns noch angucken können. 2 Fragments sind noch offen in der Q-Story. Und darauf kommen wir in der nächsten Episode zurück. Bis dahin, euer Dread.